That is historical mission number 3. Number 3, you don't marry within your clan, you marry outside the clan. So the genes are very strong. The foods we eat. Me, I eat African foods. I've not eaten rice since I came back from Tanzania, 1979. I have my food. Cassava, bananas, millet, Oshaza. Oshaza are called what? Peas. I think they're called peas in English. Evinyowa, brown nuts. So when there was a war in Ukraine, people said we are going to starve. I said, we will not starve. Unless you block Karuma and you stop the cassava from Achori from coming, that's when I will worry. But Ukraine, Barwane, Tevinkwatako. So therefore, that's the third historical mission, guarding our heritage, our language. Our strategy is to preserve our languages, and we feed Swahili to have more vocabulary, but using our...
Did you know it takes minutes to become a Derif affiliate? First, sign up on derif.com/partners. Next, confirm your email. After that, fill in your information. Lastly, get approved and access your unique link. Everything you need to promote Derif is ready for you. Sign up today and grow as a Derif partner.
Is a word which means the clan anthems of those Acholi clans. And the Baganda, who don't know that they are very much linked with the Acholis because they don't know that. The rule was when they came from South Sudan, they went through Bunyoro, then they came to Uganda also. They were stopped in Ankara when they were trying to go beyond there, they were stopped. That's why, therefore, you find in Uganda, you have the word Mubala, or Mubala. Again, the clan songs. So I was telling our people in Tanzania, why don't we lend you the word? If you don't have the word for anthem, call it Mubala. So it's the anthem of the country. So that is the third historical mission. So therefore, once we do those, we shall address the issue of prosperity, the issue of strategic security, and the issue of heritage of the Africans. But coming in detail to prosperity, that's where we tell you of the four sectors of the Ugandan economy, where you can have prosperity. Because you may say, okay, I want to be prosperous, but where do I go? We say the addresses are the following. Number 1, commercial agriculture. Small scale, PDM type, or big scale. Number 2, manufacturing. Either big manufacturing or in yoga, the small artisans, carpentry, shoemaking, and so on, maize milling, That is the second sector. Third one, services. Border, catering, professional services, etc. Number 4, ICT. So that helps us to deal with the issue of prosperity, the issue of strategic security, and the issue of heritage. Now we come to philosophy. What makes man work? This confused a lot of people in the past. But Jesus had addressed it 2,000 years ago. He talked of the hired hand, the hired shepherd, who, when the sheep are attacked by the wolf, he runs away and the wolf eats the sheep. But the owner of the sheep will defend them with his own life. So that's how the NRM was able to, people had been confused with parastatals, with what? You can imagine Uganda hotels had hotels in Kampala, in Gulu, in these places. Buses, you will find the government owning buses. But when we came, we said no. Private sector-led growth. These Banyankole have their very bad proverbs, which are very crude. One of them, I can't say it here, but it means that cows are so delicate that only the owner can manage them. They mention a part of the body which I don't want to mention here. That looking after cows are like touching that part there, which can only be done by its owner. They were saying that you can wait to know what time. So therefore, that's how we address the issue of philosophy. That's why you find that the economy of Uganda is growing, even when the government is inefficient or corrupt, but the economy is growing. It's growing because it is private sector-led growth. I'm looking after the cows myself, the Ankole cows. The government did not care about them. We have been struggling with those cows until now they have become a big hit. When Mr. Ramaphosa came here and I sold him 43 cows, now they are a big issue in South Africa. The other day he sold one cow for 187 million shillings. One cow. But this is done by us with the private sector. Now, last but one, strategy. Strategy, we said, okay, we have seen the ideology, we have seen the philosophy. How about the strategy? Let me that's why we now identified 10 strategic points. They are in one of these booklets, the 10 strategic points. They are all here. Ideological disorientation, which is what I talked about. If you say the tribe is more important than Uganda or than Africa, you are disoriented. And you can see the disorientation in the world. These fights which are going on in the Middle East are caused by disorientation. Identity. Shia Muslims, against Sunni Muslims, against to Iran. And when I go to Israel, I tell them, but you people, you are all mentioned in the Bible. I'm not a Jew. I'm not an Arab. I'm not an Iranian. I am of the cow clan from Uganda. But I read about you in the Bible. You can imagine me, Yoweri Museveni, son of Kaguta. I said, why can't you live together? You are all mentioned. The Persians, the Medians, the Jews, the Philistines, you remember Goliath? But because of identity, you can see what is happening. So ideological disorientation. Now, because of that, you find that some of the countries cannot build capable states. Somalia cannot build an army. Because, why? Because they believe in clans. When you train soldiers, they disappear in clans. They disappear in clans. They have failed to define what is crucial. Is it identity or interest? Yes, I'm a Nyankore. I speak in Nyankore. Some aspects of Nyankore culture are good. But Uganda is more important than Ankole. And Africa is more important than Uganda. Even for my own sake, my own sake, your own sake as an individual. If you want to be prosperous, so when you miss number one, ideological disorientation, then you end up with weak states, weak army, weak structure. Then the underdevelopment of the human resource, lack of education, lack of health care. Now, because of that, you cannot industrialize the country. You remain producing raw materials. Then there was the issue of the fragmented markets, which I talked about earlier. So they are all mentioned here, the strategic, 10 strategic bottlenecks. So therefore, if you capture these, you will get to the core of the NRM principles. Now finally, once you have got this analysis, diagnosis, prescription, the plans, how about implementing them? Comes the question of discipline. Discipline of we, the cadres. If you don't have discipline, even if your belief correct, you may not implement what you are supposed to do. That's why discipline also becomes very important. Discipline covers so many things. Avoiding, because that one can cause a lot of problems. Somebody is, but because of alcohol, he is disoriented. corruption. Corruption is very dangerous. If you are corrupt, not only are you going to misuse government resources, but you will become a bad example. If all the others when I was campaigning, I had a lot of complaints on PDM, many places, in Sebei, in Maracha, in Uganda. People were complaining about the diversion of PDM money by the people involved, parish chiefs and so on. The only place where I found people very happy with PDM was Kasese. I don't know why. They were saying good things about PDM. There were individual cases of success, but you would hear complaints. In Buwambo here in Kampala, Kawempe, Rubaga, people were complaining. So therefore, the young cadres of the NRM who have just been elected and the ones whose mandate has been renewed, if we capture this, the summary of which I have given you, we can't go wrong. Uganda's economy has been growing very fast in spite of these mistakes. Powered by whom? By the private sector and the army, which guards peace, and the farmers. So if you, the leaders, you come as clean new brooms, don't please involve yourself in corruption. Don't please, I beg you. And I also not tolerate corruption. If it's necessary to have a new war, I will have a new war. It's very bad. It diverts us. Corruption, for what? Corruption is cowardice. You fear to confront life yourself. Then you think the shortcut is stealing. You think shortcut is stealing. Mr. Amos Kaguta, 1965, separated for me 22 cows, 22. You and your mother, you go with these cows. If you see my 22 cows now, there are thousands. And I'm here. I have not had time to attend to my private life. Most of the time I've been either in exile, fighting, or even when I'm here, I'm busy with other people's work. But the little time I have, the ritual that my father gave me is now big. So why do you have to be corrupt? And I feel really, I'm very proud of what I have. My cows are my cows. Because I owe nobody anything. Because there's nobody who did anything for me. Personal. So why can't you be proud to earn from your sweat?
Elevate your career with the London School of Business and Finance. We offer a global MBA with 5 specializations, a Master's in Finance and Investment, and a Master of Science Strategic Marketing. LSBF is a trusted institution with a 4.8-star rating on Trustpilot and a vibrant network of students originating from 150+ countries. Learning is tailored to your schedule, and all programs are available 100% online. Choose LSBF, where education goes beyond borders. Find out more at lsbf.org.uk.
But lightning may strike you if you are not careful. If you have eaten somebody's something. So with these few words, it is my pleasure to open your seminar. Thank you so much. Our seminar. I have got a number of booklets which they are going to give you. They are all here. And the other one, there is this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sit down, sit down. Thank you. There is this one which I was using in the campaign. There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one which I was using in the campaign, the 7 Matofari, you remember? You remember that? Then there's this one where I've got a picture with the Prime Minister of Japan about the 10 strategic points, bottlenecks. Then I have got this one entitled How Africa Missed the Bus of History. This one here. Then there's this one, Time for a Qualitative Leap Forward. This one here. Then I've got this one which I gave out in 2018. 4 sectors and seven activities here for economic empowerment. Then I've got this one about the cattle corridor, how we change the cattle corridor from wheels that are modified, from grass-thatched houses to permanent houses. Those are 6 of them. So I thank you, and I wish you a successful retreat. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency and honorable colleagues, members of Parliament elect and members of SEC, you have and we have rightly listened to the educative message from our national chairman of NRM. Summarily, ideology, politics of interest versus politics of interest versus politics of that one. The 4 principles of NRM, the chairman has explained explicitly to all of us. The value of integration at the East African level, at the continental level, has been clearly stipulated by the chairman of the party. He has reminded us that we are key leaders in diagnosing the challenges affecting our people, but also prescribing valid solutions. And the issue of prosperity, which we shall get more on the notebooks or the booklets which His Excellency has offered us, and the 4 sectors of commercial agriculture, manufacturing, services, and ICT. And always being mindful that our economy is private sector led. To be very indicators, especially in observing zero tolerance to corruption. So, Your Excellency, as the chair of this session, I would like to invite my colleagues, members of parliament elect, and all invited guests to thank you very sincerely with a thunderous hand clap. I thought we have a style. Someone's, yes. Very good. Thank you very much for that morale. Your Excellency, from morning, these members have been responding to presentations which were made by different presenters with objective comments. They have also been humbly seeking clarifications from the presenters, and occasionally they were asking valid questions and also supplementing the messages of the presenters with well thought out ideas. The presentation, Your Excellency, you have made is a keynote address. At this stage, if you allow, the members may make their comments on the keynote address. Subject, Your Excellency, to your guidance. His Excellency has allowed. So now, members, we are over 500 leaders here, and I am sure that we are all vision. If we speak for an hour,
We can allow a maximum of 10. A maximum.
may I have 10 leaders marching majestically. Leaders walk majestically. And once you count yourself to be number 11, you can have 5 the other microphone. 5 on the other side, 5 the other microphone, and then 5 on this side. If you are number 6, and number 6, you may take your seat as we wait for the 10 to make their submissions, and then His Excellency may wish to guide further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaders.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, and our father, and all the government dignitaries. With due respect, I would like to say I am Johnson Kezekia Nyeko of Lamour County. Your Excellency, we thank you very much for the security you have given us, you have given this country, because without security, development is impossible. Having said that, I would like to speak about what you talked on space station, on space and the moon. in Uganda, actually we don't know that we have a higher comparative advantage in building a space station. What do we need? Here, we are closer to space because the equator moves through Uganda. We are closer to space than Cape Canaveral and Eurospace Station. And what we need is the knowledge. And among the people here, I'm sure we have space scientists. And the space scientists,
where are they?
we also need fuel to drive the spacecraft. And the fuel we need is hydrogen, which we get from agriculture. In Nwaya now, we are able to isolate hydrogen from agricultural waste, which we use to drive bioengine, that drive dynamos, and we have made power stations.
What is your training? You? What is your training?
We are using that.
No, you.
I'm an investor. I'm a businessman, and I've been in business for 40 in biomass power generation.
Okay.
And we have given power generators to Godngu in Nwaya, which we declared 2 years free. And now they have started paying, and it's quite lucrative. So that is part of the science, rocket science. The hydrogen can be used to drive the space station. And we have Lake Victoria.
Can we have 2 minutes each?
And in building a space station,
2 minutes
we need a big water body on the eastern side. So right down Entebbe, we look at a large water body on the eastern side, which is strategic enough to build a power station, a space station. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have 2 minutes each and go straight to the point. 2 minutes each.
As a member for a person from Madi, Your Excellency, for the is protecting gains, leap to a middle income status. Achieve the above fee. As said by you, Your Excellency, there is a need for us to have tractors in all the rural areas in Uganda. And more so, and in West Nile in general, and in Moyo district in particular, we need tractors so that we can leap into middle income status. Secondly, Your Excellency, there is a need for us to have electricity. The two, tractors and electricity, we can be able to leap into the middle income status. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Walswaka James are my names. From the Mitre District of Taleja. I'm a civil engineer by training, a principal card of NRM, and a senior card of PLOU. Your Excellency, you said you have taken time without eating rice. And in Taleja we eat rice. Now, my humble request is that we also have watermelon and other fruits. The challenge we have in Taleja, which I want you as Sabarwan to handle, is the issue The road from Butaleja, from Namutumba, Butaleja to Luangoli. Finally, Your Excellency, power in some of the places, when we have power in some of these trading centers, we can ably keep these perishable goods in refrigerators. Thank you, Asanteni. I'm also the acting chairperson for the welfare caucus of the NRM, the members here, for them to be okay. I'll talk to you later what the members are considering. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Mr. Chairman, my name, members, Your Excellency, Mr. Chairman of this session, my name is Justin Namere Subuga. I'm the woman member of parliament elect for Masaka City. It is a new dawn for us in Masaka City because for the first time in a long time, Masaka City is having a member of parliament who can attend the retreat in Kyankwanzi. Our MPs have been in opposition for a long time. So it's the first time we are having an MP in 15 years in Kyankwanzi here. Your Excellency, as you were teaching today, as you were giving your keynote address, you were very clear that if you want people to prosper, discipline, no corruption, or at least to the least, zero tolerance to corruption. Your Excellency, I will give an example of the regional referral, which is situated in my constituency, Masaka City, but I also whispered to a number of members here, and they told me there isn't much difference with the health centers, the government health centers in their areas. The doctors are there, there's an improvement, the nurses are there, but Your Excellency, we don't know where the medicine disappears to. Ugandans have to buy medicine in government hospitals, I think apart from Panadol. We need to be honest with each other today as members of parliament, especially of the party which is the government in power, the NRM government. Where does this medicine disappear to? Number two, Your Excellency, in your teaching, you always guide members of parliament. I've been listening from the side even before I became an MP about proper appropriation of the budget. You say that it's better to have a focus on given sectors and get more from that than scattering government resources and then you get nothing. I would kindly request you, Mr. Chairman, to expound on that so that you help me and maybe other new members to understand what is the better way to go. Because you once gave an example that in 1986, when the government was new, between about 10 years from 1986, more money would go to defense because government needed to fix issues of security. There was a rebel group.
She is kind of a big deal. And no, it's not about her big office. Thanks to her big connection that keeps her big business.
So I humbly request you, Your Excellency, that
Excellency, my name is Alfred Dakasi. I represent the people of Kabremaido. Sir, I would like to thank you, especially for your presentation this afternoon. I thank you for what you said about corruption. I also thank you for the comments you have made about tribalizing politics. Your Excellency, I suffered under tribalizing of politics. And I would say maybe all of us, the three members who came from Kabremaido, even though we won, we suffered. And I would like to request you to be very firm on this one. If it even costs disqualifying candidates in the next elections. I also request you to step up our efforts on fighting corruption by arresting people. People need to be arrested. And Your Excellency, when you do it, the fear goes around. The same way you have disciplined our army should be the same way we should use against those who continue to cripple our economy by stealing. I end, Your Excellency, by thanking you for giving Kabremaido people the BKK ferry. We now can access the markets in Busoga. This is what we were waiting for. and I thank you very much for doing that. Our kind request now is that the ferry should be leaving Kabremaido in the morning, not late in the day, because then our people cannot return. The problem we were trying to solve was that our people come to Jinja, to Kampala in the morning and go back. And would like to see if that happened, more usage of that ferry would continue. I thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for this day and your message. My name is Alioni Odria, Member of Parliament, Aringa South. The commercial farmers in this country, apparently doing 40 acres of cocoa and 20 for coffee. Your Excellency, as commercial farmers, we have a challenge.
You are a Jalonyi.
Yes. Thank you, Your Excellency.
It's a Jalonyo. Loni.
Yes, sir. Yes,
a rich Mugaga. You're Mugaga.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, Ministry of Water identified 400 commercial farmers in this country. I'm one of them. And these members are meant to benefit from solar system, irrigation system. However, the challenge on ground now is the ministry does not have enough equipment for evacuation, for doing the valley dams. Other farmers qualify for 100 meters by 50, and others less than that. So the concern of the commercial farmers that I wish to raise forward is, we kindly request for equipment to support Ministry of Water to see that the systems are set. For example, I was meant to plant this April, but due to lack of enough machinery, I only have one equipment, which is a grader. Which is a bulldozer. So that is going to push me up to plant, or August. Your Excellency, concern for equipment is a big one for the commercial farmers to support the irrigation system. Your Excellency, number 2, you talked of industrialization. As you know, I'm also an industrialist in this country, expecting you to launch my factory as I had informed you after swearing in. However, we have challenges as industrialists. Colleagues will give you some highlights. We still have a challenge with the importation of raw materials that are not within the country, taxes. That's also another cry. Lastly, Your Excellency, when it comes to the issue of corruption, you know that in this 11th Parliament, we have gone through a lot in relation to issues of corruption. And you made it clear in Kololo last year that you used to hear. Now you've confirmed with evidence that there is corruption in the Ministry of Finance and the Parliament of Uganda. My question is, since you proved that, what have you done? Why don't you arrest these corrupt people with evidence? When will you arrest? So that they serve as an example. That is a big concern between us, members of Parliament, and Ugandans at large. Lastly, I also want to tell Ugandans and my colleagues here,
thank you. 2
I
minutes.
am one of the 4 candidates contesting for speakership, flag bearership under the NRM. And we are calling for rule of law, equity in the activities of SEC. I beg to submit.
Thank you, my brother.
And at the right time,
Next.
I request for an appointment as usual.
2 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, 2 minutes.
Your Excellency, I'm called Wabusani Stephen Makwa.
Let's have one meeting. Colleagues, let's have one meeting.
From Chigai constituency in Bududa district. Your Excellency, I come from the civil service background. And in your submission, you mentioned one word called integrity. During campaigns, one of my colleagues, the opponent, set a question to ask me so that I can be brought to shame. And the question was, can I ask this gentleman coordinating a project called NUSAF 2? Can you ask this gentleman what he has done? Because that question came in a public meeting. What helped me in even to be was answering that question. Your Excellency, what helped me, I answered. Ended up giving zero tolerance, one to corruption, and therefore upholding integrity. Then I went ahead and I said, now, after NUSAF 2, we have NUSAF 3. I also asked, can you ask these people who has been there, whom I'm contesting with, to also give accountability publicly? Your Excellency, anything out of it, at the end of the day, you'll get where you are. Because I did not get a 0 shilling from whatever I am a member of parliament, going to earn from 790,000 of salary which I was getting to a gross of 5 million. I thank you, His Excellency, for such a statement. And I appeal to my colleagues who are here that it's time which can give us where to go. But at the end of the day, we shall all reach where we are going as long as we integrate and keep our things hard. May God bless the 12th Parliament for that matter. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, I'm Onesimus Twinamasko, MP-elect Bugangai's East in Kakumiro. Your Excellency, you mentioned of the African Continental Free Trade Area, strategic security, political federation of East Africa, guarding of African heritage, and the 4 economic activities that can solve prosperity. Your Excellency, on the issue of guarding of African heritage, Africa has been flooded with GMOs, GMO foods, that reportedly fuel several potential health dangers, allergies, and immune disruptions. And Africa seems to be losing the traditional indigenous seeds. So, Your Excellency, my question is, how shall we as African leaders solve this issue? Because we seem to be losing African heritage in as far as food is concerned. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now we are changing to 1 minute each. You go straight to 1 point, so that we can have time for responses.
Yoweri Museveni. My name is Honorable Retired Major Joseph Kakoza. I come from Mubende. I represent Bwekula constituency. Your Excellency, first of all, I would like to thank you for the good work you have done to this country. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, I also thank you for having identified me in 1979 and you recruited me in the army and you sent me for cadet course in Munduri Intake 17 long. Your Excellency, I served in the army up to the year 2002 when Brigadier Kasige retired from politics. You again identified me and you told me to leave the army and I joined politics. I performed very well. I was the chairman of the district 2 terms unopposed. Then I was an MP, and now I've come back as an MP. Your Excellency, my problem, I've been telling it to you. When you retired me from the army in the year 2002, my name was omitted. I was supposed to be promoted, and you promised, yes, you promised to give me a honorable rank. Your Excellency, I remember you directed Afande Kazin, you also directed Nyakairima, but both of them died. Up to now, Your Excellency, I'm now 70 years old. I am waiting for that rank. I have not got that rank, Your Excellency. So, Your Excellency, I'm now requesting for that rank. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, my name is Spelanza Waguma Muhenda Woli, Woman MP elect Kyenjojo District. I thank you for your presentation, where you've taught us that for us to achieve prosperity, everyone must be able to produce a good or a service. My colleagues have talked about electricity. Even in my district of Kyenjojo, most parts do not have electricity. But even those that have, electricity is very expensive. We are even paying a very archaic service fee, which should actually be removed in my view, because it was even removed from airtime. This service fee on electricity, 3,900 per month, I think is archaic. Number two, Your Excellency, we need to make internet services free to all in order to stimulate the economy and to promote innovation. Number three, Your Excellency, and lastly, is about our party, because you are the chairman of the mighty NRM. We need to clean up our party and have reasonable, free, and fair elections. This afternoon, you're going to usher in members, including myself here. You're going to usher me into the party of NRM as if I am a new person, and yet this is a party I have served since its inception in 2005. When we became a party from the old movement. Because at that time, I served as the district NRM registrar Kyenjojo. Because of unfree elections, rigging of elections, the whole exercise is becoming unreasonable, is being diluted. For me, I was declared at 10 in the morning, and at 6 they declared another person to hold the NRM flag. I am requesting that we clean up our party so that it does not cause painful moments like ushering into the NRM people who are members and have actually been serving our own beloved party. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, the SEC members, the honorable ministers, and honorable members of Parliament. Your Excellency, my name is Babide Veronica Kadogo. I'm a member of East Africa Legislative Assembly. Your Excellency, I stand here to congratulate you upon your recent election as the chairperson of head of Summit of the East African Community. Your Excellency, congratulations. Your Excellency, I also stand here to thank you for the recent directives that you made while you were in the summit in Arusha. Your Excellency, the directives that you made, they will accelerate the development of the East African community. Your Excellency, the directives that you made, you directed that the member states of the East African community, they contribute towards the community according to the GDP. Your Excellency, this is very important because it will motivate other member states to contribute, because the GDP of the East African community is not the same. Your Excellency, this will enable a country like Kenya with the highest GDP of US dollars of 136 billion US to pay the highest, compared to a country like Uganda with the GDP of 66 billion US dollars, and also Uganda will pay higher than a country like South Sudan with a GDP of 11 billion US dollars. Your Excellency, those directives that you made are very important to the community. Your Excellency, we also thank you for the very important directive that you made, that the Yala members of parliament be paid by their respective states. Your Excellency, that is very important because the Yala members of parliament, they have not been carrying out their statutory mandates due to financial constraints. Lastly, Your Excellency, we thank you as the chair of the EAC summit that you assented to the new bills that the EAC had just made. Your Excellency, you assented to the appropriate...
Here's the reality. Your college degree took 4 years and $100,000. AI skills...
Bill. Your Excellency, those bills that you assented to are going to accelerate the development of the East African community. Lastly, Your Excellency, us as members of East African community, we thank you for the timely contributions that you make as Uganda, because Uganda has always made its contribution to the East African community in time. And Your Excellency, an appointment to come and meet you so that we can discuss on how best the directives can be best implemented. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, for giving us this time at least to speak to you. Me by the called Nanzala Metrin, MP-elect Namsindwa County.
Which one?
MP-elect Namsindwa County.
Namsindwa?
Constituency, yes.
Mulembe?
Mulembe, Pap.
Uliana?
Ulai.
Makua?
Kamalai.
Wanyala Kimirimu?
Amina. His Excellency.
We are speaking our language. These people don't understand our language.
I have an issue, our dear daddy. It is like me, I contested. We stood 9 men. 9 men were 9. I was selected. I was the 10th. And I had to hold the flag. By that time, they say they are all dead. Yes, there is no way out. I'm an orphan. So that I want you to help me and protect me. They have taken me to court in Mbale. So I request you, Daddy, to protect me. You have been always protecting the games. I'm here, Daddy. Protect me. They're about to finish me. They're about to kill me. I stand here strongly because I'm already a councillor. I'm serving as a councillor, 2 sub-counties, Sekurula and Bungati. I'm finishing that race, but they didn't come out. Why now are they raising that I'm not a Ugandan, I'm a Kenyan? And I have 5 children, I'm married and I'm wedded. Daddy, I bow down. Protect me, please. Because people of Namisindwa had to present me. I was poor. I was traveling on motorcycle, no vehicle. They could have, but they voted me. So they have their intentions why they voted me. Okay, in Namisindwa, no hospitals, okay, no school. No, Daddy, protect me, please.
Okay, Wanyara.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Otabe Wellborn Odia is my name. I'm the MP elect for Aro North, which is found in Pade district. I have to make. Number one, delighted that you have appreciated the contributions coming from private sector. It is now my humble appeal that the different sectors within government should really come on board so that we begin to promote what we call the public-private sector partnership. Like in the line of education, we have got so many private schools. Right now, they are struggling to support Ugandans. It is my humble appeal that these private schools should also be supported the way government-aided schools are being supported for effective support to our community members. Number two, Your Excellency, I'm so much delighted that there are so many books that you have written. It is my humble appeal that if possible, we should disseminate, we should take these books to all the learning institutions so that our students, our pupils are really given good orientation right from the onset. Last but not least, I come from Pade. I want to give the report that this time round, Pade gives you 87.13%, the second best district from Acholi South Region. But Pade has never seen, and they don't know how ministers look like. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency Yoweri Museveni, the President of Uganda. My name is Mafabi Asha Navlo, the newly elected woman member of Parliament, Sonko District. Your Excellency, it is truly an honor to be in this esteemed institute. We have been dreaming of this place for the longest time. First of all, I must thank you for your persistence in making sure Uganda is the safest country in Africa, to the point that we are exporting peace. We want to thank you right now, given what's going on in the world. Uganda, I think, is the safest country in the whole world. So thank you so much, Your Excellency. It is because of this peace that you have given us that investors, foreign direct investors, are attracted to Uganda. These are words from the investors themselves. They say Uganda has had a stable economy for the past 10 years without the exchange rate, dollar rate, changing much. So thank you, Your Excellency. It has made us a very attractive country for investment. I bring an issue before you, first of all, by thanking you again for your fight against corruption in Uganda. However, I would like you to adopt this issue as well. Unfortunately, this applies to all my other members, the colleagues. When we go to the districts, before we became MPs, and even right now before we swear in, when we bring programs, sometimes the district officials fail us. They fail the program, claiming we want to steal government land, we want to do something ill to the community, which is not the case. However, on this note, why am I bringing this issue before you? I am lucky enough to have entered into a working relationship with an organization called Intracom. You allowed them to come and set up a factory in Manafa, and they are willing to invest more than 1.4 billion in small holder farmers through
farmer service centers, and Sironko is among the districts which are going to benefit. Your Excellency, my request, if there is a way of helping us manage such situations, we would really welcome that idea. Secondly, I would like to request if there could be a change in how things are. Instead of waiting until May to swear in, could we swear in shortly after the elections, probably a month or 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks? Reason being that we are itching and eager to serve. But because of this situation, we are still not considered the official representatives of our districts or our constituencies. Finally, I was lucky enough to have 2 meetings with your brother, retired General Salim Saleh. And we talked about farmer service centers, we talked about rehabilitating the abandoned society stores, we want to put them to good use. But above all, we talked about Musevenomics. I officially request that I am taken on as a prophet or an ambassador of Musevenomics from here onwards, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, if you might allow me, if you could allow me, since I'm wearing this very beautiful uniform, I've always wanted to salute for you. And I've been told that when we're wearing this uniform, I can do so. Your Excellency, thank you, Jaja. We are grateful for your service to this country. I submit.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Opio Samuel Achuri, Member of Parliament for Kole North of the 11th Parliament and incoming Member of Parliament for the 12th Parliament. Your Excellency, in your speech today, you talked about the service sector. And one of the areas of the service sector is sports and the hospitality industry. We want to thank you, Your Excellency, for ensuring that the Akibwa Stadium is constructed in Lango sub-region in Lera. And we've been expectant that it will host AFCON. However, we've got information that Akibwa will not be part of AFCON. And correspondingly, the critical infrastructure such as the roads, Kona Yer, Kona Bohecheme Bobi Road, the Gulu Airfield, which is to be upgraded, the accommodation facilities which will have been supported, we've not heard of them being considered. We've seen billions of shillings allocated for upgrade of Hoima Regional Referral, but we don't see any for Lira Regional Referral. We've seen billions for upgrade of accommodation facilities for Hoima to host, but we've not seen the same for Lango sub-region. We are appealing to you, Your Excellency, for us to protect the gains in Lango, which gave you 84% of the votes, that these projects proceed. If we want to be ready for AFCON, Your Excellency, at least prepare us to be ready for World Cup by having the necessary facilities. Secondly, Your Excellency, you talked about discipline, and we want to talk about the issue of corruption. As members of Parliament, you've asked us to do oversight. I've done a lot of oversight on Emioga, on PDM, on roads. But the biggest challenge we are facing, Your Excellency, the investigative agencies are not coming forth in time. The delays take a very long time, and even when the reports, even when the evidence is there, we're not seeing much action taken. I want to propose, you had indicated last time that the public standing orders should be amended. I want to propose that this be accelerated, and if possible, it should not only be the cows who are transferable, even the heads of department in the districts and senior positions be transferable. But at the same time, Excellency, I also want to appeal that within the Public Finance Management Act, there's a provision that where someone is not able to account for funds, they should not be allowed to be vote controllers. Their cases are presented before the IGG, they have been investigated, confirmed these people have not accounted for funds, but funds continue to be advanced. So I appeal for your support so that our oversight role can be strengthened. Lastly, Your Excellency, you've talked about skilling, and your presidential hub in Lango takes up about 240 every year. But as members of Parliament, we've also added our voices and complemented. I've trained about 1,000 youth in carpentry, in tailoring. And several times you see the office of the national chairman distributing sewing machines, distributing welding machines, but Your Excellency, they have never crossed Karuma and come to my constituency. So I'm appealing that the office of the national chairman comes to Kole North, and supports these 1,000 youth that have been skilled with sewing machines, welding machines, carpentry machines, and all that they will need for hairdressing and other vocational skills. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. On making contributions and comments, if there are members who overlapped their comments beyond the keynote address, Your Excellency, take responsibility. For those members who made very valid comments in line with the keynote address, Your Excellency, that is the quality of our discussion here, and I thank them very sincerely. 5 booklets of His Excellency the President have been distributed. Please read them at your free time, because that is the extension of the keynote address. Your Excellency, if you allow, I will now invite you to make comments on the contributions that the members made. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for the comments. The man from Abim, who is a businessman, but I thought he was a space scientist. He made very valid points that actually Uganda can participate in the space program, because it's true, when you're on the equator, it is easier to launch satellites. And indeed, we are going to launch 2 satellites, one in a lower orbit for security and the environment, to see the deforestation and so on, and then another one for broadcasting. We are going to launch 2 satellites. But I was saying that if Africa is united, because this will be in the lower orbits, but we want to go to the high orbits, up to the moon. This will not go to the moon. They will help us with seeing terrorists from space, but we need to do more. Now, Tom Azar reminded me about tractors for Moyo and for other farmers in Uganda. Do we have somebody from agriculture here who can comment on the tractors? Yes, the minister is here.
Your Excellency, the demand for tractors among large-scale commercial farmers is increasing because men are listening to your call. Whatever budget we get, we buy and we give out, but we've found it's not sustainable because of budget. We are now going to implement this year 5 fully stocked mechanization centers where the commercial farmers can come and pick the equipment at subsidized rates, and they use and return.
Okay.
In cabinet, we approved 19 centers. So we feel, instead of scattering whatever money we have to buy small tractors and drop them in the ocean, we would rather fully concentrate on developing all the 19 centers where people can access and they use and they return.
That can work.
Yes, sir.
Because in 1967, when I bought my land in Rajtura, I went to Mbarara. It was quite far. There was a tractor mechanization unit there with a Mnyoro man called Kateva. And I paid a fee. And they came and plowed for me at Rajtura. So you can have a government unit hired by farmers, and then It is easier than giving tractors to everybody. But we can have like 18 or so of those centers, or 20 in the whole country. Let's work on that. Electricity for Moyo. Doesn't Moyo have electricity from Gulu? What is the problem? Azar. Because we push the electricity from Atiak to Ajumani to Moyo, I'm sure.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Initially, our power is from Owen Falls via Gulu, Ajumani, then Moyo. Then thereafter, it was upgraded from Karuma via Arua to Moyo.
Oh,
but the issue there is it's very unreliable. It's very unreliable, so it's off and on.
Okay, NIJ, who is here? Answer. NIJ. What is the problem? Who is coming? If there is nobody here today, the organizer, Todwong, you call somebody to come and answer sometime when we are still here. Is nobody today? You can call a PS tomorrow, she can come and answer.
Your Excellency, we shall invite them to come tomorrow.
Now, Butareja, we want to work on the road from Bugisu to Butareja to Namutumba. That's a road who has been struggling with. We shall work on it. That road. From the school, what is the school in Bugisu? Navumari. Navumari, Namutumba, Butareja, Namutumba. We shall work on it.
But Your Excellency, the way you have directed the energy people, if the works people come here, with your guidance.
They should answer.
Yes, tomorrow, Secretary General. Kesho. Thank you.
Now, for the Butareja people, this Chivaro, the Chura, Otita, Aymar, of rice. When I was there recently, I said, what is the Chivaro? The one who claimed to earn highest told us, who were all there, that the highest you can get is 5 million shillings per acre, per annum, including costs. So I'm saying, you people, why are you keeping my people in poverty with the rice? Why don't they go to coffee, other things we can earn more? Waruswaga, why are you keeping my people in poverty under rice? He's one of the people who is keeping them there.
Your Excellency, in fact, when you came, someone misled you. You know, sometimes people come on the microphone when they don't have data, but you are rushing to Tororo, and you had 2 rallies there.
So what is the Chivaro now?
The Chivaro there, if you ask the Minister of Agriculture, when they rehabilitated the scheme, Your Excellency, people get in an acre more than 10 million shillings. Yes, I'm telling you, the Minister is here. Let the PS come and answer tomorrow of Agriculture. It is a fact.
Okay.
It is a fact.
So our people are safe?
Yeah, they are safe. The only issue is the road and power. Thank you.
Very good. Now, our granddaughter Namere, I want to introduce you that young girl who was a very young girl when I went there. She was small. Now she has been a fighter in Masaka. They almost killed her. You know, when you are, I think she may be honest. That's why they want to kill her. She's been fighting corruption there. They had cheated her results. You tell them the story how you invaded me at Rwakitura. She came to kill me, so I said, please don't kill me.
Your Excellency.
Baganda bano bwajja kunumba.
Kambabulire, Your Excellency. Kubanga.
Speaking.
I speak English.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, honorable members. Your Excellency, much obliged. Thank you so much for giving me a special minute to go to the insight of what happened in Masaka City. First of all, I want to thank you, Your Excellency, and Mr. Chairman of our party.
They came to attack me.
That because of your intervention, when we came to attack you.
Just hold on.
Yes, Your Excellency.
The elections were on the 15th
of January.
Results were announced on 17th. Who came to attack me on.
Yes, Your Excellency.
People?
I came with 27 people.
You see how much I was in danger?
Yes, Your Excellency.
These young people came and they said, you old man, bye-bye to you. We are finished with your NRM. I said, why? He said, 1, 2, 3. So you tell them.
Yes, briefly, in Masaka City, we've been having a problem of people within NRM, some of them highly placed, some of them local leaders, NRM chairmen, supporting opposition in Masaka. It was everywhere. Oh, sorry, honorable members. I thought I was the only one suffering, or maybe it was more pronounced in Masaka. So we felt like it was becoming a crime to support NRM in Masaka. You have religious leaders attacking you because of supporting NRM. You have your fellow, some of the so-called NRM stakeholders attacking you. So we had a very sharp difference between the party and the common person. The speaker, Right Honorable Nalongo, I want to thank her. She had tried to intervene, but I think by the time she tried to intervene, she was so engaged with so many other things. Even the Right Honorable Todong, we had shared, but he was also all over the country trying to assist the general picture. But what happened is the councillors, all the flag bearers from the villages, our party flag bearers for village chairperson, our flag bearers for councillor, because you see we had other elections after the MP election. They came to me and told me, we are going with you now to His Excellency the President, wherever he is. We tell him we are leaving NRM. And that's what we did. We got into a vehicle, no appointment, went to Rwakitura. At the gate, we told them we are aware that the President is here. We have come to tell him that we are leaving NRM. Let's go and join other opposition parties, because it seems in Masaka, it is a crime to tell a thief that he's a thief. It's a crime to join NRM. It's a crime to outrightly support NRM. It's an emotional conversation for me, but I'll try to put myself together. But it is so terrible, Your Excellency. No, I'm serious, honorable members. It is so terrible. I won't cry because I'm the Commander 001, NRM Stock Empia. NRM Stock Empia Jew. So, Your Excellency, NRM Stock Empia means like the new stock, the new breed of NRM. People that can stand up and make a case for the political party, which is NRM, the mighty victorious movement, without fear.
Okay, you sit down. Now, so, what happened? Sit down.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
So when they told me that, I'm not somebody who believes just stories. So I said, what proof do you have? They gave me some contacts, which I checked, and they confirmed their story. They were changing the results, announcing different people, you can imagine. And government people were involved, police and so on. So I moved in, removed the police commander there, removed him. Then I also made some, I talked with the electoral commission, they removed the returning officer. That's how they had a recount. Because you tell them what had happened with your votes.
Your Excellency, what happened is that when the counting is going, there are two ways that people could cheat an election. If they don't manage to cheat you from the field, because in the field we managed to guard the vote and we had all the DR forms and everything was clear that Namere had won the election, NRM had won, Masaka City Woman MP. So what the returning officer did, in the final tally, he eliminated 11 polling stations where I had won highly. Polling stations where I had 277 votes, 300 votes. For places like Kasijyagira, the barracks, it has 4 polling stations. It is a given that all NRM candidates win those polling stations traditionally. They made sure they eliminate all of them. Honorable members, you bear me witness. You understand what 11 polling stations mean. It means 2 parishes, 2 full parishes. So they made sure all the places where I won highly. Around the marketplaces, I won very highly because, Your Excellency, your people were happy that you have removed the illegal imposer on the urban poor. So around the areas that are concentrated with those Vairi, I won very highly. They deliberately eliminated those 11 polling stations and then gave a final tally, which is fake. Instead of giving a tally for 314 polling stations, they gave a final tally, 11 polling stations less. 11 polling stations on the minimum we had for cities, each polling station had 600 voters, averagely, for cities. I don't know about the village districts. So if you're talking 11 polling stations, you're talking 6,600 voters. And I was the winner in those polling stations. Averagely, I had 5,200 votes in those polling stations. So that's how they cheated you. And with your intervention now, we have 46 councillors out of 74 in Masaka City, honorable members.
So when we intervened, there was a recount and Namere won. And now, what was very interesting was after, in Masaka, NRM swept all these other elections. Would you want to give the figures? The ones which came after.
Honorable members, you can recall that after the MP election, we had the mayor, for cities. I think for the villages it was chairperson, but for cities we had the mayor, then another third election a week later for the division mayors and the councillors, the parish councillors and city councillors. So when His Excellency the President listened to us that day when we attacked him in courts in Rachura, when we went to Okumusalako, and he accepted, he allowed his security to let us in, and we told him all our grievances, and he intervened and made sure that the culprits, the regional police commander, then the returning officer, he made sure those positions had new officers serving. In the election of the division mayors and city councillors, for the first time in like 30 years, Masaka City managed to get a division mayor of NRM in Chimanya Kabonera division. Then out of 74 councillors that were voted in that election, we managed to get 46 of NRM flag bearers. Yet before Mzee made that intervention, before His Excellency made that intervention, in the first election, because you see there is parish councillors, then city councillors. In the first election of the 13, there are 13 in total, of just mayor and city councillors, we only got one. We only got one who won by just 12 votes in the first, before he intervened. For MP, we had not got, because they had cheated me, the MP that won. But after his intervention, we got the majority, and we are so happy Masaka City is doing much better. Thank you, Tata.
Thank you. So now, what Namere was saying was prioritization in budgeting. Instead of what they call it naturally, I think in naturally they told me they call it poro. Scattering, kumansa mansa, ukumemera. Scattering the budget. That was the problem in 2005, when Uganda had a bad situation of no power. After that election of 2006, early, I called a caucus. And I persuaded them that we prioritize roads. Yes, there are many priorities. Water is a priority, education is a priority, health is a priority, but we don't have money to cover all of them. That's why I said, can we concentrate on electricity? And if there is somebody from here, he can tell you how we moved the budget of roads from how many machines. And because of that, we are able to do all these big roads you hear, like the one from Oruyo, Gulu, Kitugu, Musingo. That was done. The one of Soroti, Moroto was because of that. The one of Moroto because of that. The one of Isingiro, Mbarara Chagati. The one of Mitiana, Kampala Mitiana. The one of Masaka, Kampala Masaka. So because of the one of this one of Jinja, going through Mayuge, Namayingo, Busia. They were done because of that. And the electricity, that's how we were able to do a number of the electricity projects. So that's what Nameri is saying. Don't scatter. Let's choose some priority areas. When I was giving emphasis to works and to the roads, I was not giving the same emphasis to water, for instance. Yes, water is very important, but we didn't have money to do everything. But my reasoning was that if we do the roads and the electricity, we shall get investors. Investors will come in. Even if the villages may not have the water yet, but the investors, because what they need for them, they need electricity. Once they have that and some roads nearby, they will come. And once they come, they expand our growth and tax collection. And later on, we can come back and deal with the water. So that's what Namira was talking about. So please, don't be lured into trying to scatter everywhere. Let's agree on what is crucial. Like this year, we are talking about AFCON, so that we finish with that one. Then there are some scientific innovations which I want us to support, because otherwise we shall lose them. You take Chira Motors. They will have orders. But if we don't produce, the orders will be cancelled. And we shall never recover that reputation again, because people have ordered. If we don't fulfill the order, our reputation is finished. So that's why we are saying that this year, can we fund Chiramotos, Magora, Senfuka, Tugume of coffee? The good thing is that some of these expenditures are one time. You do it, you don't have to do it again. Some of the costs are not recurrent. They are not like salaries. So that's what Namere was talking about, the prioritizing among priorities. The man from Kaberamaido made a very good point. Even if you are already elected, if you can bring to court proof that you use tribalism, you will be removed from your position and you will not be allowed to compete for leadership again for some years. So, those who have been using sectarianism are playing with fire because people have not bothered to follow them up. Because even if you are already elected, you will be removed by the court and you will never compete again. So those who are using sectarianism in Kaberamaido, what sectarianism was this? Kumam against Teso or what? What was it?
Your Excellency, it was about Kumam versus Teso, Kumam versus Lango, and things related to that. In my particular case, my opponent, who was a member of parliament for Kyoga North, had lost his election there for being chair of the party and also flag bearer.
Dubai.
Yes, Your Excellency. So when he came to Kaberamaido, he said, I belong to Teso, I should also be displaced. Your Excellency, that was a very bad example for a cadre who has been a cadre of our party for a long time. And it also was disfranchising to our people. I thank God that the people of Kaberamaido have proved that wrong by voting me and voting my other friends, despite the fact that these particular allegations were actually false. Good. I thank you.
Thank you. But even if he's elected, he can be disqualified. Just bring evidence to the court.
Well, he lost.
Very good. That's true. Now BKK, the ferry, you know the carelessness, I've got it. The carelessness of our people. I had to change the manager of the Uganda Airlines and borrow an elderly man from Ethiopian Airways who is now there. Now, when that old man came, he wrote me a report, big report, why the airline was not performing well. So many points, but one of them which I found was which is like the one of the Kumam man, the Teso man, was the sharing of the airline. Such a simple thing. Our wonderful people would say, Uganda Kinshasa, Friday it will leave at 7. Monday it will leave at midday. Wednesday it will leave at 4 o'clock. Now, it says it's not good for passengers. Passengers need to know, because they don't have time to follow those details. They need to know that the airline to Kinshasa leaves at 1 o'clock every day, without change. So when he told me this, I remembered our bus of Ntungamo. The one of Kabare would leave at this hour. Everybody knows Ruakabare, the Jedashas. Then the one coming from Kabare to Mbarara, this hour. So now you can see now the carelessness. The way they were scheduling the ferry. We have put a brand new ferry there. But you hear how they are making it impossible. That it leaves Kabiramaido side in the afternoon. By the time it arrives on the Busoga side, it is night. So the people who are going to do business must sleep there. Why don't you see the common sense that because people are coming to do business, they want to go back? Why don't you come, bring them in the morning, and take them back in the afternoon? So works. Why can't you have such common sense? Where is works now? They are like Uganda Airlines. Monday you leave 7. Tuesday you leave midday. Friday you leave. People can't even follow what you are talking about. Yamkama.
Your Excellency, the ferry they are talking about, we launched it 2 months back. It serves Serere, Buyende, and Kabramaido. Initially, our engineers had put the infrastructure for accommodation of the crew the side of Buyende. Now, after starting the operation of the ferry, they realized there were much people from Kabramaido come the side of Buyende. So we are now working on the accommodation facilities for the crew from the side of Kabramaido, such that the ferry, as the way it's saying is right, it sleeps in Kabramaido, brings the business community this side, then takes them back in the evening, and it sleeps there to bring them back in the morning. The challenge was our people couldn't mind, since it is serving the 3 points, Kabramaido was the one with the highest traffic. But we're working on that one, and come next month, the ferry will be sleeping in Kabramaido because we shall have the accommodation there. Thank you.
Now, Odria is a rich man with cocoa and solar equipment and dam equipment. Tumwebaze, how do you handle Odria?
Odria's problem, he wants machinery to open more. Your Excellency, we have a fleet of about 15 excavators, some bulldozers. We once in a while intervene, so I will link up with him and we shall support him. The most sustainable, sir, we are negotiating with the Ministry of Finance in this new term to see whether we can create a favorable credit facility for large-scale farmers. You will guide us whether maybe 12% under ACF can come down. So it's still something in discussion. Maybe we shall come to it.
But still, that they will not be able to buy the excavators.
The excavators, Mzee, will be solved through the mechanization centers.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tax on raw materials. Tax on raw materials. Finance. Who is from finance? Because raw materials which are not produced within Uganda or within Africa should have zero tax. So what is the problem?
Your Excellency, every product or instrument has got a tax. In this one, I really don't know. I'm being very frank. Maybe you could allow me to speak with Musinguzi why he's doing the way that way.
Okay, now the organizers of the retreat, you call the people to come and answer that. Because raw materials, because they are raw materials, they are what we call intermediate products. Raw material should be zero tax if they are not locally produced. Intermediate products are 10% East African rates. So you invite the ones of URA to come and answer that question. Toduong, are you here?
Yes, sir, we have taken note.
Now, why are you not arresting corrupt people? Oh, they were arrested. You remember they were arrested. Namuju, Akamba, and so on. And many of them repented. And once you repent, there is forgiveness. Is Namuju here? Namuju, you come and tell them how you repented. Where is Namuju? She was a resident of the prison for some months. Is she here? Where is she? Don't hide. Where is Namuju? They were arrested. They were arrested and then they were tried and then they were arrested. Odia also is standing for speaker. That one we shall discuss at the right time. Because SEC had recommended that we maintain the two because it had become like a tradition. But this was not stop it, our recommendation. It is not us who decide. We recommend and then we can reason why. So now we shall be able to discuss it and why. But we know the project. We recommend and we support our recommendation with the reason. If Odria wants to be speaker, we shall discuss it at the right time. And all others who want to be speaker, they will weigh our our decision of SEC with all the factors. MP for which guy of integrity, very good. I'm very happy to hear the integrity of the people, the MP from Bugisu. Then the MP from Kakumiro, GMO foods. Agriculture, are you the one? Are our seeds safe?
Yes, Your Excellency. The round races or the traditional seeds they are talking about are conserved. There are two approaches to conservation. Maybe in my presentation on Sunday, sir, I will give a detail. There is what we call in situ conservation, where we have the botanical gardens and all the varieties are conserved there. That's why our scientists speak the resilient roots for creating the hybrids. Then we have the gene banks in the narrow institutes. So we do not make GMOs. We only have hybrid seeds. Because these round races alone, even if you leave them and you continue broadcasting the way we used to do, they cannot match the changing climate. So we do not have GMOs. We may not be sure whether there couldn't be infiltration, but from our own institutes, we do not have GMOs. GMO seeds have one issue. They kill certain parts of certain DNA and manipulate it using science. But we are not doing that. Our seeds are resilient, and Your Excellency, our scientists at NARO are doing a good job.
Okay, then you explain it more. Major Kakoza is complaining about promotion. You are now 70, you are a major, and you have not been in the army for a long time. Yes, maybe I would have to check with the army people about the ceremonial run. Because now if you are a retired reverend, sit down, Kakos, sit down, remain seated, it's all right. If you are a retired reverend and you say, although I'm retired, promote me to be bishop. If you are promoted to bishop, which diocese are you going to manage? But I think one can look at because these ranks, they go with the responsibility you have in the army. You are a captain, you are commanding a company, you are a major, you are commanding a battalion, lieutenant colonel battalion, brigade colonel, brigadier, you are commanding a brigade, the general, you are commanding a it's like the church. For the parish, it is the reverend. For the diocese, it is the bishop. So, but the ceremonial, I will examine that. Maybe they will answer tomorrow. The service charge, what is the service charge? Then the lady from Jojo, Baguma, what is the service charge? Who is charging you?
Your Excellency, UEDCL is charging 3,900 shillings per month as service fee.
To whom?
To the consumers of electricity. And even when they are cut off and they spend months without electricity, for you to get reconnected, you have again to pay that service fee per month, times the number of months you have been off, and then you are able to pay for electricity again.
So please, the person of energy tomorrow will answer that.
Okay, Your Excellency, thank you very much.
Now, internet service is being free. Is that really wise? It can't be free. Do we have somebody from ICT? Service charge, internet charge being free. Let somebody come and answer it. Todong. Now the NRM primaries. I have had a lot of complaints on the NRM primaries. But what I normally insist on are you see, even because like where we get very good case, we are strong enough, we are able to, where I would get clear facts as chairperson of the party, I would intervene and insist on correcting the situation. This is what happened in Namtumba. Namtumba, the chairman, they had announced another one. Is there somebody from Namtumba here? This is Omumbeda. Omumbeda Namuganza. She's always in battles with some. What had happened in Namtumba?
Thank you, Your Excellency. What had happened in Namtumba, we voted for the NRM chairman, Mr. Simon Menya, and he was announced. After being announced, the person he was contesting with, Nalewonaiga Gamalia, petitioned the NRM Secretariat, and they cancelled Simon Menya, saying there is no chairperson, without even listening to him, and even without giving us reasons as to why they had cancelled him. They were simply saying the elections never took place. So, Your Excellency, you engaged your lawyers and your people to investigate this matter, and clips were there which clearly showed that the elections had taken place. They showed the vote counting, and they showed the declaration of the chairperson, who was Simon Menya.
Yes.
Your Excellency.
So I think the problem we have. Okay, sit down. The others, what are you saying? Anything additional?
Thank you, Your Excellency. By the names, I'm Honorable Waiswa, MP elect for Siki County. Now, to my side, I was declared the winner during the NRM primaries. I was taken to the tribunal where my win was upholded. Let alone the colleague, the one that was versing with, proceeded to the court, and the ruling was given prior to the nomination, and the card was taken away. I thank you, Your Excellency, that later on here I am, because the people of Namtumba did it, and I made the winner.
You came as an independent?
Yes, I'm an independent candidate.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Natsita Betty Mpongo, woman-elect Namtumba District, and the same happened to me. In the primaries, we failed to have we carried all the results, and I was simply denied to be announced as the winner of that election. And I want to thank you, Your Excellency, that when you came to Namutumba, you made it clear to the people of Namutumba that when a cow is moving, you don't call it meat.
And the people of Namutumba stood to it. We want to thank you for that statement, because at least you gave them liberty to choose whom they want. And we want to thank you so much that here we are. Thank you, Your Excellency.
So you came as what? You came as?
Independent, sir.
You came as an independent?
Yes. In Namutumba, all MPs are independents.
Because there was body primary.
Exactly. Thank you, Your Excellency.
They are all NRM. There is no opposition.
There is no opposition. Actually, it was just because of the primaries.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So, me, what I think is that you, the political actors, you need to have a network of supporters who become your election agents. Not young people who are paid salaries that they are your agents, you are going to pay them. When we were having elections in 1980 with UPC, my agents were all supporters, not people who are paid. If you have got reliable agents at each polling station, and the votes are, first of all, they know the people are coming to vote, they will tell you. Second, when the counting is done, they will be there, they will record properly. Then, even if somebody tries to tamper around, they'll give you your own results. The results since 1980 and 1996, our results, our elections are on the polling station. If you have got vigilant agents, they watch the voting, they watch the voters register, the counting is done, they record, the elections are finished. The rest is just adding up. But I think the problem you have is that you don't have, so there's no anybody can cheat, because even if they cheat, you have the risk from your own agents. Even if the Electoral Commission tells lies, you can come and challenge them. So, I think you people, you need to deepen your political work. Have agents who are farm people, not people who are looking for allowance, you don't pay them, they keep the results. What sort of agents are those? I think that's where the weakness is. So otherwise, if you bring me clear case like this one here, I can intervene and sort it out. But when things are not clear, you also don't have reliable agents, you are complaining, it's not a clear case. That's why I say, okay, continue to research. If you bring facts, even after the election, we can act against person, even criminally. Some can even be tried for crime. Because like fraud is a crime. So I think you should sharpen your organizational skills and also your the resistance skills. Yara, I have noted what you said, and after the elections, PPS, I want to meet the Yara members. PPS. Now Namsindwa, our granddaughter, who is being persecuted by bad people, Narwe Senga wabana. Narwe Saruano. Wala kawala ukaka wao mbuka Kenya. bagamba mukaddeyo Kenya ate kagenda okufumbirwa akaana ako, that girl. Get her story.
Thank you, Papa. Andy?
Come and give your contact. Now, the MP from Aru wants us to support private schools. Aru, please. Private schools, I'm struggling with government schools. Now you want to add on private schools. No, Aru, you are not fair. Aru, this is Achoribur. You're from Achoribur? Pachokwene? Pachutie kwene?
Your Excellency, Budgetary Lagoti.
Lagoti, yes. No, we can't go to fund private schools when we are struggling with the government ones. This is not fair. Lagoti, this is not fair. This is not my bear. This is not my bear. Apoyo
Ladit.
Apoyo Kwirimaber. Ruakme, Achori, Ruakme, Lango, Ruakme, Nebi, Papwash, Duchu, Kwirimaber, Apoyo. We are speaking our language, these fellows are lost. I am thanking my people in Achori, Lango, Nebi, for in our local language there, for voting very well. Because Padre was saying they voted 87%. Nabulo Sidongo, what she's saying is one of our Indian people said, Uganda is the land of the 3 P's. Peaceful, pleasant, and profitable. What you describe Uganda as, Nabulo is putting the same. But you are saying the local government officials fail projects. How? Nabulo.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I recently invited Intracom to come to Sironko so that we can start a farmer service center program whereby we are rehabilitating the abandoned warehouses or stores that used to belong to societies. And unfortunately, I was told to wait for the new government after I swear in. However, many of the participants or the stakeholders of the district bought the idea and they offered 50 acres or more of land to set up a demonstration farm to train the farmers of Sironko. The LC5 chairperson and other people, I will not point out names. I mention him because he's opposition, and other people have made the whole thing difficult. And this is not the first time. Previously, in the other programs I brought, my honorable woman member of parliament also failed some programs.
Now, but if you want to use the abandoned buildings of the cooperatives, you need to get permission of, you have to involve the Minister of Cooperatives, I think. because I don't think the local, who is in charge, this is all agriculture. Cooperative is under agriculture, isn't it? It's under trade. So who is in charge of cooperatives here? Somebody come tomorrow and answer that. Because now what the old buildings of the cooperatives are responsibility of the Ministry of Cooperatives. I think, that's what I suspect. So those local people could not, but the chief administrative officer should quickly advise you. You're absolutely right. The chief administrative officer should be somebody who is knowledgeable, who should guide you, say, if it is that one, you go here, you go there. So, the Prime Minister, is the Prime Minister here? Take up that case of Naburo.
Your Excellency, I have a similar case, and I thought I would chip in on Intracom.
Who?
This is Honorable Kitty Peter, MP elect for Tor County.
Tororo County?
Tor County in Bukwo. Tor County in Bukwo. We had the same organization, Intracom, which came to Bukwo, but though we have not yet fully assumed the powers, like Honorable Nabula said, the process was not very clear. And we're asking that maybe next time, if there are investors, we feel maybe right processes are taken, so that all leaders are involved and they can understand the investment and it is welcomed by the community.
Yeah. But Naburo is right, because like the cow is the local head of the civil service.
Yes.
So she should be knowledgeable to say, if it is that one, you go here, so that people don't waste time as if there is no.
Yeah. Thank you. And similarly, Your Excellency, you know, Sabay region was recently hit by landslide, and we want to thank you. Recently, we launched with the Prime Minister the resettlement of Phase 2 in Soy County in Queen. But however, there are little concerns in Bukwo. Bukwo is of course located in the slopes of Mount Elgon, and most of its land is a little more fertile and productive. Of course, there's been a kind of swap from the lower and the upper side. In the lower side, in the upper side, 1 acre of land costs 30 million, where Honorable Right Prime Minister is taking our people is, I think it costs around 4 million shillings. We're saying if the policy could be accepted, that if this land could be used to plant trees or coffee, so that people are shifted, but the condition is you either plant trees or coffee in this land.
Which
and
land now? The one in the lowlands or upland?
In the upper land, and then they relocate to the lower lands. And then finally,
so who would own the coffee?
The coffee will be owned by the individuals who own of the land, the affected communities. And then
they keep the land in the highlands, and then they get the land in the lowlands, or what?
Yes. They are instructed to plant coffee and trees. They don't settle there.
Prime Minister, you studied this properly.
Yes. And then as the Prime Minister is...
Don't answer ad hoc here. You go and study it and then discuss with them.
And then finally, Your Excellency, these communities which were affected by landslides have been in the camps since last year. Most of these, some of their children passed senior 6 of recent. I was requesting that if we can offer these senior 6 who passed very well and their parents have been in camps and in the camps, in the holding grounds, if we can offer them state scholarship for this year. Please, I would be
How many are they?
There are around 8 of them.
Okay, I will support them.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
My State House Controller. State House Controller, the children who are in the camps, of the people who are in the camps. No, we don't want new issues. Let's finish the old ones. Sit down. Nabulo wants to teach Museveni. You are most welcome. Akibua Stadium will not host AFCON. Does anybody from education know the story here?
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President. Your Excellency, on behalf of Mama, according to the Confederation of African Football, each of the 3 countries are meant to present 2 stadiums. For the case of Uganda, we agreed that we have Nambole as our main national stadium, which is a 45,000-seater, then Hoima. For the case of Akibwa, Your Excellency, we also agreed, because it was one of the conditions they gave us as country who are hosting AFCON, that you must have a backup stadium.
What?
A backup stadium. In case the 2 are not ready and the other one is ready, we should be able to have that standby stadium. Your Excellency, I want to confirm that Akibwa, for purpose of this competition, will be our backup stadium. However, Your Excellency, you are aware, sir, that there are other amenities which are needed for it to qualify to host this competition. But when it's a backup stadium, Your Excellency, some of these conditionalities are not stringent as it is with the main stadiums. And for purposes of the record, the colleague here is very much interested. Issue number 1 is the road of Konayeri, Icheme, Bobi. Issue number 2, Your Excellency, which you did direct me to move with that team, which you met with me, to take them around that area to support the project of Akibwa, in case we would be able to have it used. The other one, Your Excellency.
Which team was that?
These are the Egyptians, the Samko people who are constructing Akibwa Stadium.
Yes.
Currently.
So why are they not doing the other things?
According to the several meetings we held, Your Excellency, according to the PSST, the letter is before you and it awaits your consent for purpose of pre-financing of that project, to have that road worked on, then also the Gulu Airport, sir, to be worked on.
Oh, okay, PPS, make sure you bring that later. PPS.
Because it is those 2 conditions which are hindering the Kibwa to be fully operational for purposes of us being ready. The other, sir, is now the question in line with the support you directed, and according to what we presented to Cabinet, is the question of the hotels, support to the private sector. That is now one issue which is coming up again from our brothers and sisters from the Lango and Achol sub-region. But, sir, on the sporting point of view, we already have resources to contract the training speeches in Igulu, that's Peche, and Gulu University, and work is already meant to begin next week. We have money to construct a training pitch in Lira, in Akibwa itself, and Lira University, sir. That money is already ready, the works to continue. So the main hindrance, sir, is specifically the support for Gulu Airport and the road, that is Konayeri, Icheme to Bobi. That is, sir, those are the main issues which are outstanding. Thank you, sir.
That later, PPS. PPS, you are around? Okay, thank you very much.
The other key issue is that for the infrastructure to be fully completed, we needed support for the hotels and also upgrade for the hospitals.
He talked about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Somebody talked about the investigative units being slow. Who was this? It was the same.
Yes, Your Excellency, I can give just several examples. I have a case which I raised in 2024 on the district engineer. It was investigated. They confirmed
in year of
Kole district.
Okay.
43 million was confirmed that was embezzled and was supposed to be refunded. Additionally, again, there was also the public accounts local government. They investigated additional almost 38 million. Again, additional investigation from the Auditor General. Total of over 200 million shillings. I raised this issue in 2024. And in the public finance...
Now, so call Rebecca Twine to come and be in touch with this member of parliament. Rebecca Twine, the lawyer.
Thank you.
Okay, so. But you briefed the anti-corruption unit?
Yes, Your Excellency. They have all the information and all the evidence.
I will now follow it up.
Thank you.
You see that on the issue of corruption, you are the fighters against corruption. You, in the 1960s, how I became popular in the Ankara area, I was not a member of parliament. I was just a student. And I taught temporarily for some months before going to university. But in that time, I would have fights with the veterinary officers who were stealing the government veterinary drugs, with the medical who were stealing the drugs in the hospitals, with the teachers who were impregnating young girls. I was the fighter. So you, the member of parliament, like this one here, what he's doing is what you should all do. You are from the community. You know what has there. Because you cannot depend on government officers. When the NRM came to power, I am the one who introduced the structure of the LCs. I had seen what was happening in the colonial times. During the colonial times and after independence, corruption by the chiefs, by the extension staff, I was watching like this. Example, my father Amos Kaguta was somebody who never went to school. He was a traditional man. But in our traditional huts, he had all the government drugs sold to him by the veterinary people. So he would come with me, and he had a syringe. He could even inject cows himself. He would come, he shouldn't have it as an assistant singer. That I should see how many cc's she was going to how many cc's she was going to give the cow. So I worked to the village, access dangerous government drugs. There was a drug, trypanosomiasis, called anthracite. Anthracite. Banyankole wakonyit kachungwa. He had it. He always had bottles of kachungwa. In the national hut, where we were even having fire in the same house. Then he had, they would go to Rwanda and buy a drug from there called, I think, Bernel. The Banyankole were calling it Kasai. From Rwanda now, from the veterinary, the Belgians, or maybe the Banyarwanda who were working like their assistants, he had that drug. When we moved to Kasai, there was another drug called Prosol, Machunda. Mr. Kaguta had all these drugs, illegally. So I worked all this. I said, now, when we were going to come into government, take over this government, but the not depend on the government servants. The Gombora chief is there, Luka chief is there, the Southern chief is there, the DC is there, but we need our own structure. That's why I proposed the LCs. People elect their own people to be the local Nyamparas. So you are the Nyamparas. You are elected for that purpose. Because you are the owner of the land. The other civil servants are Bapakas, they are employees. Employees sometimes don't work as hard as. So what the MP from the one who was here, what he's doing is the right thing. The one to follow up told me that he anti-corruption. He's helping me to do my work because I have asked him. Did you inform me? Yes, I informed them. What did they? I'm now going to find out. You anti-corruption. You get a report from him. You are part of the problem. Go to hell. This is how we can clean. So you are the ones really to lead the fight against corruption. Corrupt people like Namere was telling you. I've been supporting some people. They come and but me, I get, and then I support. The one from she didn't die. They didn't kill her. Where is that small girl? Come. So they see you. That one was about to die. You saw some girl. Come, survive. That's it of. Is it a soldier or a police?
Yes, President. She's a soldier.
Huh? Military police.
Military police. Right now, she's in Somalia.
You can fight. You can fight. So you survived.
Yes, Your Excellency. I survived. Your Excellency, I contest in arrest men. Very amazing.
How old?
Your Excellency, 4 years old.
Yes.
Excellency, thank you for this opportunity, journey as well. My name is Levin, Member of Parliament, Burak, Member of Parliament elect, President of the University Business School, and also contested for Guild President under the National Unity Platform, but later on I saw the light, just like Saul in the Bible, Your Excellency. Immediately after finishing, I offered my candidature to the people of Arua district. While going to Arua for holidays, I saw a few gaps here and there for my people, Your Excellency. It took me to offer my candidature to them. As a young girl, I know that I have my advantages as well. But then I reached and I saw that there is a gap when it comes to the constituency level, that is MP. And I spoke to my people, I shared with them my vision,
And yes, they chose me, they voted for me, and I'm very, very grateful, Your Excellency.
You are fighting how many men?
Your Excellency, I contested with 8 men. There were over 8,000 votes in the election.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, award for Vinimini Saro. Another thing, Your Excellency, I'm very grateful that I've gotten the platform to actually speak. One issue on the PDM. It's not an issue, it's a concern that well. Your Excellency, I believe that the allocation of funds on PDM is usually on perimeters. People.
That one will know.
Okay, Your Excellency, but in Ivura in particular, you get to realize that a place like Bura County, with only 4 sub-counties and 32 parishes, has a population of more than 100,000 people, Your Excellency. I kindly request that this is looked upon, especially if you really want to see the productivity, efficiency, and optimization of PDM. Our people down there in Vura are really receiving PDM well, because you get to realize that the money allocated for a parish is not enough. A parish with over 19 villages, Your Excellency. So I kindly request we consider population and not the perimeters, and look at Vura County as well. Muzei, if you can give me an opportunity, I'll call the local leaders to come and share more with you at the district. Thank you, Award for Saro.
Now the 100 parish, the 100 million. We are aware that in some areas it may not be enough. But what we wanted are some examples. If you look here in the cattle corridor, like where you are now, I don't know whether you noticed when you are coming. Life has changed. People here are much richer now. They have houses, they have cows. They can improve, but they are much better than they were. But in 1959, when I came to Mbara High School, the only 3 examples in the whole of Ankole, which is a very big area, of modern farming, we are only 3 people. There was the government's farm, stock farm, which was showing some good cows there, modern way. There was one man called Mbire, a Mkochi man who had some Frisian cows, and then we had the ranches. Just a few 3 examples. But those examples helped us who wanted to mobilize to say, oh, you people, you see, you can be like Mbire. So, Vura, what you should do is the 100 who get in the parish, use them as examples to educate others, so that they know, then they wait. The initial money was not so much to reach everybody, but to show that it is possible to get out of poverty in Vura, in this place or that place. Example, I am now a Christian. Yoweri Museveni, son of Kaguta. How did I become a Christian? I heard, and I read in the Bible that Jesus died 2,000 years ago, imagine. He died and resurrected. Hey, if somebody died and resurrected, I will also resurrect. That's how I became a Christian. Example. That's why Jesus came to die for us and show us that it is possible. So, those 100 million per parish, if they are well used, is to show people that, you see, that one was very poor, is now all right. Do I have my films here? You people, do I have my films? My stuff? You know, I am a film shower. Do you have my videos? Give me a PO of Lango, if you have them. They don't have, they just... Do they have or they don't have? They just came for Gambonwe. Now, finally, the MP for Kole has trained some youth who need some support. Maybe what I can, to do it structurally, because I have created a circle per district for my graduates of the presidential skilling hubs. I've created a circle for each district. So if you fellows, you say, you have trained some, let me show you my examples.
Anya Pioviche, Aburiwan, Mama Aliri Cell, T. Banya Ward, Tia my town council, T. Lira district.
Her name is Apio Fiki, a resident of Aling Risel, Banya Ward, Amach Town Council in Lira District.
Agamusian and PDM, Yari, Ariapirwa, Adek.
She got the money for 30,000 each second.
At the poor for American Adekudush, poor acres a deck.
She used it, actually she planted it in the 3 acres of land.
Poor Tutumia, Pierre Beach, Manula Hachelenusha.
Preparing the garden cost her 150 for the 3 acres.
Adore Tutumia Pierre Beach.
It cost her 50,000.
Akiro Tutumia Pierangwen.
Then spraying cost her 40,000.
Tetuno do koi kwanyo kelo pashu.
Time for harvest came.
Ati ukarashel kerijo me pashu kerijo amaruma.
She used the family members and then the neighbors. Then she bought lunch, food for the people for the family which cost her 20,000.
Transported to beach.
And transporting it from the garden to home cost her 50,000. She came and then she removed it from the cup. It gave her 45 sacks. She sold 40 bags. And she got 2,800,000. That was the first season. That is our first plantation. Out of the 2.8, she decided to keep 1 million aside for farming again. She used 1 million for buying sheets, 10 of them. Then she used 800,000 for school fees. That is how he spent her first money. In 2024, she planted maize again. She added 1 hectare on the 3 to make 4 acres. Then she used it because the total cost was the same as the first one. Then she brought it at home. She got 50 sacks. She divided them, the sacks. Out of the money she got, she removed 2.7. She replaced 2.7 million and she used it to buy a plot of land. She again used, she picked 1 million out of the money. She has saved it in the bank waiting for the coming season. The remaining balance, they topped the remaining balance and helped them to take back the children to school. At the moment, out of the 10, she's now having 20 ships.
So the issue about this PDM, the first 4 years, is to give example that people can get out of poverty. Appeal there, she will tell you that she had been married for 20 years. She has got children who are now teenagers, but she had never handled 1 million shillings in her life. But now you hear how she got 1 million. She didn't even have her own land. When she got the 1 million, she went and hired 3 acres of land from somebody else and planted maize, then sold it. Then from selling the maize, she planted again using some of the seeds, but also bought sheep, as you saw. When I was there recently in the elections, her sheep had multiplied to 66 sheep. She's a rich woman now. So this is the main message, to give the message that please you can. So the 1 million in 4 years, 100 million per parish, in 4 years should have covered, in 5 years should have covered 500 homesteads. Then in the second year, the ones who got first should be paid back. So by the end of the term of 5 years, should be 300 who are paid back. So altogether in the parish, you should be having like 800 homes. So please understand that the main thing now, then we can go to the numbers now. Yes, since everybody is clear, no more mistakes, no more cheat, no more stealing, no more what, because it is also not correct to send money and then they steal it when there are still leakages. Use the example to perfect, and then we move at full speed. So regarding the skilled youth, what I will do, I will send my people to audit your skilled youth. How skilled are they? Is General here? Put him in touch with the MP from Kole. Put her. So that I examine these privately skilled people. Should I admit them in my circle? I need to study it. How are you skilling them? Are you skilling it Kwangara or what?
Your Excellency, they went through a skilling program using the course approved by the DIT. They sat the DIT exams. The exams were funded by PASAID, which we got support from the Senior Presidential Advisor, the Office of Audrey Trabogo, who presided over the graduation ceremony. So all of them, as we speak right now, have the direct industry certificate.
I will send my people to audit them.
Thank you.
Because the good thing will be now, I have put some small money there per district, but we can put more. And it covers mine, the skilling hub, plus this one we train privately, provided we are sure that they are well trained. We shall study that. So let State House Controller be in touch with the MP from Kole, and they study those graduates of his. Because you will be helping me to do my work. If you are skilling also yourselves, proper skilling, you are skilling them in what skills now? Other than hair salon and all that.
Your Excellency, we opened up 5 courses. 1 is hairdressing, 2 is carpentry, 3 we have motor vehicle mechanics,
Okay.
4 we also have building construction. And actually some of them are even being employed right now. They are working in some of the seed secondary schools.
So
and we have all those details of the workshops they have opened where they are working.
The MP is already ahead of me, has got motor mechanics, which I'm trying to introduce, so the man is ahead of me. I need to catch up with him.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll come and I'll send my people to study your group.
Thank you.
Okay, with these few words, Apoyo Rubanga, praise be the Lord, I thank you.
Honorable colleagues, let us thank His Excellency the President for the responses he has provided to our concerns and the guidance given. I thank the Secretary General and your team. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to chair this session. And I thank members of the NRM caucus for the cooperation demonstrated. May I now request the Secretary General and the team to take over the management of the meeting further. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. NRM oye! Muzee oye! A round of applause for His Excellency the President for a very wonderful presentation and giving members of Parliament-elect time to ask some questions. We can sit. I also want us to give a round of applause to Her Excellency the Vice President for taking us through this session. Your Excellency, allow me also recognize the presence of the Director for Legal Affairs, Council Enoch Barata is with us. And in addition to Dr. Tang Odoi, we also have other commissioners like Honorable Jachan Omach is here with us, Honorable Semera Jane Babiha, Honorable James William Chinobe, Honorable Tueheyo James, Honorable Auma Modesta, and Honorable Driwalu Zaitun. They are members of the NRM Electoral Commission. Additionally, sir, the chairperson of the National Consultative Forum, Honorable Chiwanda Godfrey Subi, is also here with us. Allow me at this time, sir, to invite the Secretary General to take us to the remaining item of unveiling of independent members of Parliament who have expressed interest in working with the National Resistance Movement. Right Honorable Secretary General.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We beg your indulgence. As part of our program, we have been joined by members of Parliament who were elected on independent ticket. I request that you allow us present them before you, and maybe you take a group photo with them. We shall sign a memorandum of cooperation with them after they have been sworn in. These are members who have accepted that we shall work together. We know most of them are members of NRM and have been NRM throughout. But what happened in the internal exercises made them come as independent. But as required by the law, we need to officially commit to work with them, and we shall be doing that after they have been sworn in. But before I invite them for a group photo with you, as a...
Now, Todong, as he's speaking, I need to upgrade you to bring you up to our reasoning, inform you of our reasoning. When we were making the Constitution, when we were going for multi-party, there was an idea that a member of a party who has participated in the primaries should not be allowed to compete in the general elections if he doesn't win. But me, I normally have a sixth sense. I say that one, when the primaries still have problems, may damage. Let us leave this open. Leave open so that they can come back as independents. We left it like that. But I didn't agree. I thought because if the primaries have been done well, even if he comes back in the primary, he will lose. But now, because of the weaknesses you can see now, when the primaries are badly done, somebody comes back as an independent and wins. So I thought I should let you know. We debated it, and we decided to keep it as a fallback position rather than blocking completely. So I want you to know that we discussed this.
Thank you, Your Excellency. These members are 49 in numbers. I may not read your names one by one, but we shall take group photos with His Excellency in 2 shifts in 2020. I know you might be more. We are still compiling the numbers. We thank you so much for coming home and joining hands that we work together.
They can all come and we take a big one.
May I invite the independent members of parliament to move in front? Protocol, please organize for the group photo with the president. I invite Her Excellency the Vice President, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, the Deputy Speaker, and the SEC members to come and join the group photo with the president. And of course, the Secretary General can be there.
As the independent members of parliament, those who have expressed interest to work with the NRM are taking the photo with our leaders. Allow me to inform you that the following MPs and leaders will represent us for the burial of the LC5 chairman. The LC5 chairman of Chikube, they will be led by the vice chairman of NRM of Western Region, Honorable Jonad Asimwe. We have Honorable Pius Wakabi.
Now, let me organize my independence. Bring some chairs, about 10 or so, put them in front. About 20 chairs. Bring 20 chairs. Now they're facing the other side. Facing the other side. Bring 20 chairs. Bring those chairs there. Put in front, facing that side. Then 20 can sit down and others stand.
As it is being organized, the team which is in Kyankwanzi here, like I said, will be led by Honorable Asimwe. It includes Honorable Pius Wakabi, Honorable Naziwa Margaret, Honorable Wemba Beatrice, Honorable Jovia Katsim, Honorable Biamukama Rogers, and Honorable Kenneth Nyendohwa. Members, on a sad note, allow me also to inform you of the passing on of Honorable Magogo Moses' mother, the mother-in-law to the Right Honorable. Let me also inform honorable members, because after the picture we are going for anthems. Tomorrow, the first paper, as usual, we shall start with the warm-ups and the exercises. Then we shall have Parliament and the effective legislator by the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker. We shall have managing cohesion within the NRM Parliamentary Caucus, unpacking the dynamics of the whipping system, of the high attrition rate and its implications to the party. Then we shall have practical life and experiences of former parliamentarians, where we shall have Dombo, who was there for 20 years, Honorable Dombo years, Honorable Namaya Anja for 15 years, and then we shall have the minimum standards of the etiquette, decorum, and personal management to be presented by Honorable Wajire Vincent, and then managing personal finances as leaders, plus wealth acquisition management as a legislator. Honorable members, let's rise up as we conclude the day. NRM oye! Museveni oye! 12th Parliament oye! We want to continue thanking Mzee, and the DJ can give us the revolutionary songs. As Mzee is marching on those tunes, towards the leaders, the members of the Central Executive Committee who are going to see him off. There is a lost and found phone here. Members, make sure you pick your bag, and if you are not sure, please check your bag to ensure that it is indeed your bag. Otherwise, we continue to thank the national chairman of the mighty national resistance movement, the party that has led Uganda from the doldrums of insecurity to a country of the 3 Ps, as we have been informed by our national chairman. We want to thank the members who have made presentations today, who have chaired the sessions, and most importantly, all of you for being a wonderful audience. How good it is another point for all of us who have parked vehicles